दोस्तों कहते हैं कि खूबसूरत से एक पल का रिश्ता बन जाता है। कहते हैं कि खूबसूरत से एक पल का रिश्ता बन जाता है, जाने कब कौन हमारी जिंदगी का हिस्सा बन जाता है। कुछ खास लोग मिलते हैं जिंदगी में जिनसे कभी ना बिछड़ने वाला रिश्ता बन जाता है। आदर, अभिनंदन, आभार, नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल। Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very warm welcome to this absolutely beautiful, wonderful, and auspicious day that brings together so many special people like you. I am Cadet Anshraj from Scenic School, Gopalganj, hometown Saran, Chhapra, Bihar. And today I have the pleasure of being your host. Along with me, I have my friend Miss Shobha Goyal. Now, Shobha, over to you.
थैंक यू अंशराज। मैं हूं आपकी दोस्त और होस्ट शोभा गोयल फ्रॉम श्री गंगानगर राजस्थान। हैंडफुल रिगार्ड्स टू ऑल रिस्पेक्टेड टीचर्स, prominent personalities and my dear friends. Now let us have the pleasure of the listening to the opening remark of the Honorable Assistant Director Mr. S.S. Roy sir. Sir, welcome.
Namaskar. Very good morning. It's my indeed pleasure to welcome you all at the 10th episode of Adventure Fest, an initiative of Bharat Scouts and Guides National Headquarters. I specially welcome Mr. M.A. Khalid, Additional Chief National Commissioner, to be with us as chief guest. I welcome Mr. Prakash Raj Pandey, a Scoutmaster of Nepal. He is not only a Scoutmaster, he is the only Scout who climbed Mount Everest and Baden-Powell Peak. It is our honor to hear from him about the Baden-Powell Peak and his expedition as a Scout to the Mount Everest. I welcome Mrs. Swati Acharya, Director, National Adventure Foundation, Mumbai chapter. She is the judge of sports climbing. Sports climbing is a new term to all of us. It is an opportunity to learn about sports climbing, and I hope our viewers will enrich their knowledge. I welcome our director, Mr. Rajkumar Kaushikji, joint directors, deputy directors, and all my colleagues at National Headquarters. Today we have the presence of Mr. Amar Bahadur Chetri, who is the joint director in charge and deputy director Boy Program, had an opportunity to participate in the inauguration program of Baden-Powell Peak in 2007.
2006.
2006. Okay. National Adventure Institute is a part of Bharat Scouts and Guides, established in the year 1993 with the purpose to offer low-cost adventure program to the youth. Here, not only Scouts and Guides, any youth can participate in this program. Till 1993, we have conducted more than 400 national adventure program, many special adventure program, and 22 international adventure program. Altogether, more like 1 lakh youth have participated in this program. Now we are offering a package of 7 days program under camping environment, which cover basic rockcraft mountaineering, short trekking, hiking, archery, rifle shooting, horse riding, and many challenging activities in our adventure base. We have an adventure setup of adventure base at our own campus, consisting of many challenging, thrilling activities, miniature sky cycling, miniature zip line, and other challenging activities are main attraction. This virtual adventure program is to connect all adventure lover virtually. In last 9 episode, we have the august presence of many prominent personalities in the field of adventure, like Madam Bachenji Pal, Megha Parmar, and many more. Head of the institutions, premium institution of our country in the field of adventure, like Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Mountaineering, and many more. Our viewers enhance their knowledge about the admission and about the organization. So with this word, I once again, I welcome you all. Let's have a nice show. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your compendious and wonderful words, and also to kickstart the 10th episode of Adventure Fest. Once again, thank you so much, sir. Now, let us enjoy a short video clip to recall, relish, and refresh our memories of National Adventure Institute, Pachmari. वाह, अद्भुत, शानदार। एक पल के लिए ऐसा लगा मानो उस सुरम्य परिदृश्य की मेरी सारी यादें जीवंत हो उठी हों और मैं उस परम आनंद का अनुभव कर रहा हूं। खैर, आगे बढ़ते हैं हमारे अगले सेगमेंट में, दैट इज आज का एडवेंचर। I am profusely overjoyed to take the privilege to introduce and invite our guest of honor, Mr. Prakash Raj Pandey. Sir has submitted Mount Everest, world's highest peak, in 2018, the Baden-Powell Peak in 2016, and also Mount Manaslu, which is known as Killer Mountain, in 2018. He has also worked as youth coordinator in World Scout Bureau and also visited many countries. Now, we heartily welcome you, sir, and let us have an informative video about him.
Yes. आप पीछे जाना माँ के पीछे पकड़ लो ना हाँ नो रेडी बॉयज ये सब कौन भाई चकते फट्टे थोड़ी देर में बेच के बन फिर बन त्यहाँ टेक्नोस बीचमा टेक्नोस उता सधैँ यसरी नि छ त त्यसरी टेक्दाखेरि क्रमको त्यो लेट हुन्छ नि त्यो भाँच्छ है हो है त्यो भाँच्नु समस्या हुन्छ पाण्डे गो ओ डोन्ट पुश मी प्लिज Perfect ना गुड उचाल्यो जिउ भित्तामा टाँसा अलि हौ पर्कासे भित्तामा टाँस्न भनेको उता खुट्टा मुभी त उता भित्तामा टाँस्न हो अनि धकाल्नु भयो त्यसरी
So, is the follower open for me?
It was really a very good video and we really enjoyed it. We could see how the peers and the team members were motivating. It was really appreciating. So, we know that in the year 2007, during centenary of the scouting, Nepal government named Urkema Peak of Himalayas as Baden-Powell Peak. It is a great initiative of Nepal Scouts and great news as well for the scouting family from people all over the world. You had been a member of its expedition. Sir, we have some questions from you. My first question is, sir, please tell us about that peak.
Thank you. So, thank you so much for your wonderful questions. Our respected leaders from the Bharat Scouts and Guides, and dear brother and sisters scouting, those who are watching from the YouTube and those who are in live with us. So good morning, namaskar everyone. My name is Prakash Raj Pandey. Thank you for your wonderful questions. Now let me make some corrections before proceeding. Actually, I do have a presentation. So I'm not the first climber in 2007. I did Baden-Powell Scout Peak in 2016 and 17. So with the supports of World Scout Foundation, Asia Pacific region, and Nepal government, while World Scout was ready to celebrate its centenary in 2007, Nepal Scout came with an idea. Let's do some strict things that always remain as an adventure for all the scouts from the world. We have to do something unique in the scouting history. So scout leader, chief commissioner from Nepal Scouts, Ram Lamsane, and other leaders, they initiated to play a role to name Urkima Peak as a Baden-Powell Scout Peak. Well, I think if I go with my presentation, I think it will be much more easier for you as well. So I'll go with my presentation and come with you. I think I'll share my screen. So is my screen share with you?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Okay. So I'll directly go to your questions. Okay. So this is the history of Baden-Powell Scout Peak. Baden-Powell Scout Peak, a mushroom-shaped mountain situated in the Langtang region, locally known as Urkema Peak. It was renamed Baden-Powell Scout Peak, which height is 5,890 meters in 2006. The peak was named after the father of the Scouts movement by the Nepal government to mark the centenary celebration of the International Scouts movement. Besides this is the very special peak in the history of Nepal tourism as well, because the mountains, which is less than 6,000 meters, normally that will not be supervised by the Department of Tourism, and this is only supervised by Department of Tourism. That means all the permit is issued by Department of Tourism. So soft launching was inaugurated in 2006, where different countries members will participate, like India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Nepal took the participation. So to mark the launch of the Baden-Powell Scout Trek and Baden-Powell Scout Peak, scouts from different countries like Australia, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, and Nepal gathered in Nepal in August 2007, and were the first to trek along the Baden-Powell Scout Trail and ascend the Baden-Powell Scout Peak. So here we have to understand very clearly, in the name of our scout founders, we have trail as well as mountain. So this is the thing. So who were the first participants in 2006? So there are some names. So scouts who participated in BP Scout Peak and Trail in 2006. So there are different participants from different countries, and one of the very important person is Amar Bahadur Chetri from India. So he was there in the first in 2006, and including other scout leaders. Once the trail and the mountain is named as a Baden-Powell Scout Peak Trail and Baden-Powell Scout Peak in 2006, officially in 2007, Nepal Scout was stated the first expeditions. And there were 15 climbers from different countries, so including Korea, UK, Australia, Nepal. So in this, till 2020, no scout members from Bharat Scouts and Guide, they have scaled the Baden-Powell Scout Peak. Me and my team, we are always ready to help you to organize your trip to climb Baden-Powell Scout Peak. Please let us know how I can be useful for you all, the adventure lovers, the scouts. So now I'll forward. This is the trip. I highlights. Normally, the trek or the trip consists 13 to 15 days. It depends upon our health.
Yes.
So that means we have included altogether 17 days arrival to departure. So if you go for climbing or if you go for trekking, so 13 days to 15 days is enough for us. So what we need to do to climb Baden-Powell Scout Peak, I'll tell you briefly. First, if you are scouts, you can directly connect to the Nepali scouts or directly contract to us to recognize as a scout. Let me tell you with this itinerary, how many scouts so far they have been at the top of Biden Scout Peak. Not even 300. Not even 300. So many climbers, for example, like me, I did twice. So that counted. So around 250 or something, the numbers were there to reach the summit of Biden Scout Peak, and that has been certified by Nepal Scouts. So you will,
प्रकाश जी,
yeah.
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, एक क्वेश्चन है कि अगर बाहर से कोई स्काउट जाना चाहते हैं तो खर्चा कैसा हो सकता है, एस्टिमेटेड बजट?
Oh, thank you, sir. This is the most important question. So the cost depends upon the group. If you are single, the operating things are same. If you are 5, if you are 7. So normally, if we are in a group, we can organize that trip around $2,500.
Okay.
But if one person is single, then the cost will go double, because we need. This is one technical thing in Biden Scout Peak. So if any foreign climbers, one or two, they want to go, there must be two Nepalese people, those who has to pay a royalty as a foreigner. So this is why it's a kind of a little bit different mountain compared to other 6,000-meter mountains.
Excellent, excellent. Our MC has many more questions.
Sure, I'll be waiting for that. And then, so this is the trek. Like day first, you will arrive and you'll have like some rest. Day second, preparations about expedition gears and all. Then we'll drive from Kathmandu to Saprubesi to Lama Hotel, then Lama Hotel, Mundu. Because this is the travel. Actually, only Amar Chetri sir can know this about this itinerary, other because you haven't been there. Just the plan itinerary.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful words. It was really, we are really fortunate to have information about that peak in your words. Thank you so much, sir. My second question is, sir, please tell about your expedition. What are the different obstacles which came in your way? Please tell us.
Okay, it doesn't matter the mountain like Everest or Barren Scout Peak. The risk factor is very similar. The weather challenges, your health, avalanche. So when I did the Barren Scout Peak in 2016, I did in 7 days. So normally the trip is for 13 to 15 days. Why I did in 7 days? So after 2007, only one Nepali scouts been to the top of Barren Scout Peak, and no other scout took that challenge. So I accept that I have to do. And if there are any other people or any other human being, those who want to dare extreme challenge, they are the scouts. So I took official flag from Nepali scouts, then went, I think we trekked 18 hours, 19 hours a day, and did the summit within 7 days. But what happened? It was right after the massive earthquake 2015, and we have lots of challenges. We have weather challenges. We have a challenge for food. We have challenge for accommodations because all the Langtang region was totally devastated by earthquake. And we just stayed 1 day in Langtang, then directly go to high camp. And on the same evening, we started climbing Barren Scout Peak. So after reaching the top of the Barren Peak, while descending down, I have almost lost my life. If my guide was not there with me, I think I wouldn't be here to share my story as a climber, as a successful climber of Barren Scout Peak and Everest. So he saved me. He saved me from the first accident. Right after the second, again, my leg slipped and he just locked the rope, safety rope, and saved me. We were just descending down. It was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. A big stone passed from us and then we are again say, but my guide knee was like totally hot. So I put a bandage and then we just descend down, and we promise that we have to go higher than this. So these are the challenges, because these are the top challenge that we have faced. Even sometimes the most important is the weather. If there is not good weather, then that's the toughest part, and we face the same because it was monsoon time. I think this is some of the challenges that I would like to share with you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are very glad to hear your heroic story, and we are also encouraged about it. एक कुछ लफ्ज कहना चाहूंगा आपके इस स्टोरी के बारे में। निगाहों में मंजिल थी, गिरे और गिरकर संभलते रहे। निगाहों में मंजिल थी, गिरे और गिरकर संभलते रहे। हवाओं ने बहुत कोशिश की, हवाओं ने बहुत कोशिश की, मगर चिराग आंधियों में भी जलते रहे। थैंक यू सो मच सर।
Thank you so much for wonderful poem or some.
My pleasure. It's my pleasure, sir. Sir, you are the first scout and the only scout who has carried the World Scout flag at the top of the Everest. It is a record and also an honor. So please tell your feelings while holding the World Scout flag as a messenger of peace on the top of the world. So please.
Thank you so much for the wonderful questions. But I want to go to the background that how I did. As countries like Asia, it's very hard to get enough fund to climb Mount Everest, and Mount Everest experience itself is super expensive. So how I raised the fund, because it's a very interesting story, and who trust me? The first trust people were my scouts, where I take a scouts class. So they raise the money from saving their tiffin cost and boost up my courage. You can do it, you just go ahead. That's how I collect the fund and then started the expeditions, but still it was like so much challenge. And being at the top with a messenger of peace flag and the World Scouts flag, I remember I feel like so happy. I hugged my guide, and I remember all the scouts from the world, those who were waiting for that moment. Because it's not only very important to be at the top of Mount Everest, but all the scouts from around the world, they were waiting. So I remember all of them from my inner heart, and I thanked every one of them, because it's not only the achievement of the Prakash, it's not only the achievement of the Nepali scouts or those who are listening, it's the big achievement from the scouts from the world. So I was like so much happy, and I thank everyone, and I remember all the supporters supporting hands. So I was like, like I can't express the feeling that when I was at the top of the wall.
प्रकाश जी, इसका फोटो शायद हमारे पास है, एक बार देख लेंगे?
Sure, please.
गौरव जी, ये
Thank you so much for the wonderful video.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, you have submitted one more mountain, that is Mount Manasadu, which is known as Killer Mountain. The name itself defines how adventurous it would be. Sir, we want to hear from you. What are the things you faced And how did you submit it?
So after doing Mount Everest, Ben Paul Scout Peak, and other mountains, I want to face like more extreme challenge. That what are the challenges that I can be, but at the same time, all the mountaineers or all the scouts, leaders or scouts, they have to be very well disciplined. The interesting thing of Killer Mountain, Mount Manaslu, is the eighth highest mountain in the world, and the summit ridge is like very tough, and the why it is called as Killer Mountain. So in every expeditions, many climbers they lose their life. They lose their life. So in every mountain, I lost my friends, and it's the same in Manaslu as well. We lost some friends, but the interesting, challenging in Manaslu mountain is Clear Mountain is avalanche and the weather. Within a short span of time, the weather gets changed, and frequently avalanche occur. And I feel like, oh, I'm again representing my scouts. I have to do more, go higher, a little bit higher. You are safe because all the scouts from the world they are watching. So there was a time we almost gave up our expedition, but because of the courage of our friends and my guides, we did the summit because of the bad weather, and at the same time we started losing our friends, those who went in our trip. So it is not so technical, but the weather and the avalanche is the big rich challenges for Kilo Mountain. So what I like to share with you, I think this is the spirit of the scouts. That's why I didn't give up climbing the Killer Mountain. Otherwise, most of the climbers they gave up that expedition. I think it was in 2019. So this is what the courage that I have collected and the courage that I want to share to the scouts, those who are watching. So never give up. You are always there, and you are not only there. All the scouts from the world they are waiting to see your positive news.
Thank you so much, sir. The whole Scout family, on behalf of them, I am very sorrowful about your friends, and we pray that their soul may rest in peace. And we are very glad that due to your courage and student goal, you submitted it. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful answer. Sir,
Most welcome.
my second question is how, at so young age, you have submitted a lot of peaks and even the Mount Everest. Sir, how do you manage your studies and mountaineering together? Please tell us.
Oh, thank you so much for your questions, but this is like something very difficult to answer because sometimes the university teachers or your lecturer they don't understand, and you have to change your university. And same thing it happened to me because you have to manage for the training, you have to find the sponsors, you have to attend different meetings, and you have to attend the university classes as well. So this is I think actually I have joined the bachelor's in business administrations, and because of this, and it's not the I don't say like the my university is something negative, but we don't have the good understanding. Then I changed my university, and I did my bachelor's degree. So the thing what I did and what I do till now is I inform my university. I'll cover my studies by taking tuition classes, by going to my tutor home. But sometimes the big problem was attendance to my university. I think I hardly manage time to have 60% attendance. And my teachers at my university lectures, they have a problem. You may not pass the exam. And that was a big challenge to me. So I changed my university, and it's in a positive way. I promised them, I'll show you my certificates because there is someone who can understand what you're doing and what is that. So
Excellent.
I went to other university, and share my biodata and share my story. This is what I'm doing, and I want to join your university, but I have to get the time.
Thank you so much, sir. Your
Yeah,
teachers would also be feeling proud after you have done so many things.
I think
And
so.
yeah, and sir, my second question is, sir, what was your inspiration for adventure? From childhood only, you started to think about adventure, mountaineering, or there was some reason behind it? Please tell us what your inspiration.
I think it goes like in two different ways. One is I was born in a mountainous country, and there was a dream like from the childhood. But another thing, the most important thing in every one of us is scouting is full of adventure. Scouting is science of an outing. See the rock climbing, see the intellectual part, and see the way how you sleep in a tent. So I want to give a big credit. So how I into the mountaineering field is all about scouting, because if I was not the scouts, I may not have done all these things.
Prakashji, last
Thank.
question.
Okay.
Uh,
Sorry.
what is your next plan as a scoutmaster?
Thank you. This is the most important, and maybe this because of the wall is facing panic. I'll be continuing my scouting journey as a mountaineer. Furthermore, I'll be starting my 7 summits very soon. Later, I'll show you my slides shortly. So, as a scoutmaster, I'll be doing all the 7 summits in upcoming days with the Scouts flag. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your session was really enlightening and full of enthusiasm. We really enjoyed a lot. तो चलिए जाते जाते देखते हैं एक और वीडियो सर से ही संबंधित. चलिए लुफ्त उठाते हैं इसका.
Thank you so much. So, can I complete my slides, or we want to stop like here?
Yes.
I think I'll take I think maximum 5 minutes. Then I'll just finish my slides. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, please, sir.
So I'll just go to the from the first slides, and this is me. So 5,890 meters is a Band Police Scout Peak, and 884 is Mount Everest. And this is the journey that I have done, 42,981 meter in the mountain. So including all the sum up. So history of BP Peak, first trail, program itinerary, the way to BP Peak, Salama Hotel second day, on the way to Langtang, Kenjing, and these acclimatizations, high camp of BP Peak, so way to summit, BP Peak summit in 2016. This is 2017, and this is 2007. And this were some recognitions I have get. I think you know him very well. This was in Korea, and this was celebrations. So achievement, organizational and individual. Island Peak, so Mount Everest, Amudablam, challenges that I've shared already with you. So furthermore, with your questions, this is my plan. And if you want to do the Band Police Scout Peak, and this is the certified company, Band Police Scout Peak Treks and Expedition Private Limited, from the Nepal Scouts. And if I can be useful for you in any other ways, please do let me know. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Okay.
Carry on.
Now, among us, we have one more prominent personality Mr. Amar Bahadur Chetri, we can understand how courageous he would be, as his name itself suggests. He is Joint Director in Charge and Deputy Director Boy Program. We also came to know that he was among the first expedition team to Baden-Powell Peak. I heartily welcome you, sir. Please address
Thank
us.
you. Thank you, brother. Most Honorable and respected Sri M.A. Khalicha, Additional Chief National Commissioner, Bharat Scouts and Guides. Sri Rajkumar Kaushik ji, Director, Bharat Scouts and Guides. Sri Krishna Swami ji, Executive Director of the Bharat Scouts and Guides. Brother Prakash Raj Pandey, you all heard from Nepal Scouts. Miss Swati Acharya ji, the Director, National Adventure Foundation. It's a golden opportunity this morning to have Mr. Prakash Raj Pandey from Nepal Scouts, who has shared his experience about the Baden-Powell Peak. I was lucky enough to represent our country in the first soft launching of this peak in the year 2006. I would like to honor and salute my former National Commissioner, Sri L.M. Jain, who has nominated me to represent the Bharat Scouts and Guides in the soft launching of the peak in 2006. What Mr. Prakash has shared, peak climbing was very new to all of us. And I was having a time frame of only 1 week to start my expedition from Delhi. I was very new in Delhi even that time, because I was recently transferred from the National Adventure Institute, Pachmadi, to Delhi. And when my chief was back from the Asia Pacific Regional Scout Conference, then suddenly one day at 9 o'clock, he was in the national headquarters. And we were shocked to see that the National Commissioner is in the headquarters at 9 a.m. And suddenly he called me that if he is here, immediately you call to my room. When I went to his room, he told that I have committed to APR that you have to go for the soft launching of Baden-Powell Peak to Nepal. So I was a little bit nervous during that period, because I had no experience of any peak climbing. We are scouts. We are doing a lot of adventurous trekking in the Himalaya, in the seacoast, as well as in the desert, organized by the Bharat Scouts and Guides. But no such any experience that I'm capable to go for the peak climbing. And suddenly one of my friends, he advised me that you go to Indian Mountaineering Federation. The office is in Gurgaon, somewhere in Dhaulakua near Gurgaon. They will guide you. So I, along with two of my friends, we went to the Indian Mountaineering Federation to take their guidance that what I have to prepare for such a peak climbing. He told, I'm sorry, friend, without any experience, it is not feasible on our part to recommend you for the peak climbing. So I came back. I told my National Commissioner, and he told that no problem. What is your requirement? You tell me. I told I'll be needing so many things for the climbing. These are my requirements. And he told that I think you have lots of friends in Nepal. You communicate. And that time Mr. Ram Lamichhanaji was the Chief Commissioner in Nepal Scouts. He told Mr. Amar, you just come to Nepal, and whatever requirements you need, we will fulfill your requirements. This is our commitment for you. But you represent Bharat Scouts and Guides. I remember our present Additional Chief National Commissioner Khalid Shah, who has really supported me during that period when he was the consultant of WASM. So I was with one rucksack. I started my tour to Nepal, and all my purchasing and everything was done in Nepal. And I was really so eager to see. Our own National Commissioner was there to see me off from the National Headquarters of Nepal Scout for the soft launching. Along, I remember Khalid Shah was there, and our Regional Director Abdullah Rashid ji was there. And we were very proud to catch our flag, national flag. Government was there to flag of us. And this was the old memories what Prakash Raj Pandey has brought this morning. And this is really motivational for all of us. And I'm sure under the guidance of our Honorable Chief National Commissioner, Dr. Khandelwal, and our Honorable Additional Chief National Commissioner, Mr. Khalid Shah, definitely the Bharat Scouts and Guides will have a peak climbing within a couple of years. And I'm sure our Honorable Chief National Commissioner has already talked with the Himalaya Mountaineering Institute in Darjeeling also. And our director is very eager that the Bharat Scout and Guides should have a peak climbing. And I'm sure under our great leaders today, definitely the Bharat Scouts and Guides will undergo Baden Powell peak climbing immediately after the pandemic. This is all about me, and I'm thankful to Mr. Prakash Raj Pandey for giving your time to come this morning. You are a very good friend of Bharat Scouts and Guides, and I'm sure you will definitely guide the Bharat Scouts and Guides who will definitely climb peak in future. And I'm sure you will promote the Bharat Scouts and Guides National Adventure Institute among Nepal Scouts. And definitely Nepal Scouts will be a part of our adventure program in future. And regularly Nepal is participating in our adventure program, especially in international adventure program. And I'm sure you will promote the adventure in the Bharat Scouts and Guides too. Thank you so much, Prakashji, and all the viewers.
Thank you so much, sir. This shows the spirit of scouting. Really, we really very enthusiastic to listen to you both, Everesters. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Now, we will have a talk on International Peace Day. For this, I will take the honor to invite Mr. Harun Malik. Sir, please.
My name is Harun. I am a scout. I am a messenger of peace. Dear all Scout Guide family members, as we know that tomorrow we all are going to celebrate the International Day of Peace with high spirit and lot of innovation during this pandemic. This year, the theme of International Day of Peace is Shaping Peace Together. We all have to celebrate the day by spreading compassion, kindness, love, friendship, and more important, unity between each other to fight against COVID-19. Since 2015, the International Day of Peace is being celebrated by almost all the respected state associations of the Bharat Scouts and Guides, taking the opportunity to engage young people and leaders in peace actions and inspiring them to become an active global citizen. This year, some of the innovative activities, ideas have been given by the national headquarters through circular like live interviews, peace talks, dialogue for peace, planted tree, books for all, activities based on sustainable development goals. And more important, enroll new scouts. So it's a great honor and opportunity for all of us that we can celebrate this year, the International Day of Peace, by following the SOP. And request all again, please share all the activities, what you are doing, what you are going to do by tomorrow or during this week. How we have to do and how we have to think about the celebration of Messenger of Peace Day, especially the International Day of Peace. Then, as we all know, that Bharat Scouts and Guides are going to have a lot of new innovative programs, and some of the programs are already being doing from past so many months during this pandemic. One of the programs that is yoga with PSG. It is three times in a week, like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, by 7 a.m. Live on Bharat Scouts and Guides official YouTube channel. So everyone can enjoy the yoga, unleashing the power of spirituality under the initiative of Fit India movement while staying at the home. And one more program that is Grow Your Wings. that is the sort of conference for rangers and ranger leaders. Bharat Scouts and Guides is a prestigious organization that are doing some innovative and always try to engage our Scout Guide members in one or other activities. So once again, the greetings of the International Day of Peace. Thank you so much.
शुक्रिया हरुण मलिक, आपने हमें मैसेंजर ऑफ पीस के बारे में अवगत कराया और इसकी एक्टिविटीज को बताया। हम आशा करते हैं कि आप हमसे यूं ही जुड़े रहेंगे। तो दोस्तों, इस कड़ी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए आपको ले चलते हैं डिजिटल अड्डा की ओर। वेलकम टू डिजिटल अड्डा। मैं निश्चित रूप से खुद को बहुत सौभाग्यशाली मानती हूँ कि प्रत्यक्ष रूप से मुझे ऐसी शख्सियत के सामने बातें करने का मौका मिला। मैं तहे से आपका आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूंगी, शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूंगी। आई वेरी हार्टली वेलकम टू मिसेस स्वाति आचार्य। शी इज द जज ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग and director of National Adventure Foundation, Mumbai. We all heartily welcome to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
So friends, let us see an informative video clip about her.
It was really a wonderful video. We really enjoyed it, ma'am. You are really an idol for all women of our country.
Thank you.
We have some questions. Good morning. We have some questions from you, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, sports climbing is very new term for all of us. Ma'am, we are very eager to listen from you that what is sports climbing and different aspects of it. Ma'am, please explain.
Yes. Thank you so much for inviting me on this platform. All Scout Bharat, thank you so much. And hope you all are good during this tough pandemic time all over and following all the COVID rules and keeping safe and spending quality time with your family. And yes, sport climbing may sound new term. It's nothing but rock climbing. And internationally, it is called sport climbing, which is played on artificial wall. It can be 20 to 70 feet height. And as a sports, हम natural rocks पर नहीं जा सकते. So एक artificial wall बनाई जाती है. जैसा कि आपने वीडियो में देखा, सभी participants compete करते हैं to climb wall fast as per route, as per rule. तो ऐसे स्पोर्ट क्लाइंबिंग का शुरुआत हुआ भारत में। अब हर साल इंडियन प्लेयर्स पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं वर्ल्ड कप एंड एशिया कप में। आप यूट्यूब पे 2015 का वर्ल्ड कप देख सकते हैं जो मुंबई में हुआ था। एंड टुडे स्पोर्ट क्लाइंबिंग इज एज गुड एज अदर स्पोर्ट्स एंड वेल रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय यूथ मिनिस्ट्री एंड इंडियन गवर्नमेंट। Professional sports climbing will need all safety equipments like harness, rope, chalk powder, carabiner, and all safety equipment. And you need to be well trained for using all this. Otherwise, mistake may lead to injury. As you all know, each sports need to have federation like BCCI for cricket. Similarly, sports climbing के लिए है IMF, Indian Mountaineering Foundation. एंड इंटरनेशनल बॉडी है IFSC, इंटरनेशनल फेडरेशन फॉर स्पोर्ट क्लाइंबिंग, जिनके बारे में आप इंटरनेट पर एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं। टुडे ऑल द कंपटीशन आर प्लेड अंडर द सुपरवाइजन of IMF and managed by committee appointed by federation, and all the details and results are published on website, and were also submitted to government, and this all paper work is must for getting clean cheat for playing international competition and playing in Olympics. So as the time goes, there are many changes in the sport climbing too. Actually, and जब हम खेलते थे ओनली लीड डिसिप्लिन थी. नाउ स्पीड डिसिप्लिन, बोल्डरिंग भी होता है. स्पीड क्लाइंबिंग इज वेरी सिंपल एक्सप्लेन कि फास्टेस्ट क्लाइंबर विंस, एंड बोल्डरिंग में आपको 5 to 6 बड़े होल्ड्स को पार करना है विदाउट एनी सेफ्टी इक्विपमेंट. इसमें वॉल का जो हाइट है कम होता है, and this make it more tough to play, especially with international players. So hope this answer all about sport climbing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are really satisfied with your answer, ma'am. My second question is, you are holding the prestigious responsibility as Director of National Adventure Foundation, Chapter Mumbai. Ma'am, what are the different things you are doing to promote this sports? Ma'am,
Yes,
please.
yes. स्पोर्ट क्लाइंबिंग को प्रमोट करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट जॉब है. Parents does not want their kids to take part in such sports where it takes too much of hard work and sometimes injuries make life difficult. It happens in with me also in past. I मेरा knee, I broke my knee. So promote करना बहुत difficult है. To make it more encouraging, government is helping us in encouraging youth from college and armed force. They participate for national international tournaments. अब तो गवर्नमेंट जॉब के लिए भी कोटा है, एंड हम भी काफी इंकरेज कर रहे हैं करते हैं बच्चे को, जो ताकि बच्चों को अच्छा परफॉर्म करे और नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड के साथ साथ गवर्नमेंट जॉब का भी बेनिफिट मिले. आप NAF नेशनल एडवेंचर फाउंडेशन की वेबसाइट पर देख सकते हैं. उसका चैप्टर ऑल ओवर इंडिया, एवरी स्टेट दे हैव चैप्टर लाइक मुंबई. तो वो आपको गाइड, NF गाइड कर सकते हैं कि आपको अपने एरिया में वॉल देखनी होगी और प्रोफेशनली ट्रेनिंग लेनी होगी. मैनी रूल्स टू बी फॉलोड वाइल प्लेइंग इन डिफरेंट कैटेगरी लाइक सब जूनियर कैटेगरी, सीनियर कैटेगरी, junior category, and male, female, girls, boys. So many rules to be followed by while playing in different category. And also Federation IMF publish all the results on website and conduct all the open national games all over India as per rules. So NF इसमें काफी अपना योगदान दे रहा है प्रमोट करने के लिए स्पोर्ट क्लाइंबिंग को.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful answers. I have some questions to you, ma'am. My first question is, what your impression, what your inspiration to come in the sports, and the most happiest part tell about you? Please share your experience, ma'am.
Where to begin? It's a long journey. कहाँ से स्टार्ट होगा? जब मैं 11 साल की थी तब कैजुअली एक ट्रैक किया, 2500 फीट का ट्रैकिंग किया, एंड वो ट्रैकिंग था मिस बचेंद्री पाल, हु इज फर्स्ट लेडी हु क्लाइम द माउंट एवरेस्ट इन इंडियन हिस्ट्री. तो उनके अंडर में मैंने वो ट्रैक किया. उन्होंने मुझे एडवाइस दी कि क्लाइंबिंग में रॉक क्लाइंबिंग का कोर्स करो. तब हम मुंबई आए. आज मिस बचेंद्री पाल ही मेरा रोल मॉडल और इंस्पिरेशन है फॉर ऑल माय एडवेंचर जर्नी सो फार. एंड मेरे ब्रदर इन लॉ मिस्टर मगन जी बिसा, रिसेंटली उन्हें 2019 का तेंजिंग नॉर्गे अवार्ड मिला फ्रॉम प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, एंड ही वाज आल्सो माय रोल मॉडल. उनकी हेल्प से मैंने NIM नेहरू इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ माउंटेनियरिंग से बेसिक एंड एडवांस कोर्स किया और लगातार ओपन नेशनल खेला 1996 to 2007 इन स्पोर्ट क्लाइंबिंग में. बाद में मैंने रूट सेटर का कोर्स किया एंड लीड क्लाइंबिंग के लिए रूट बनाए फॉर टूर्नामेंट्स, एंड आगे चलकर जजेस के एग्जाम्स क्लियर किए, एंड नाउ अब नेशनल लेवल के गेम्स को जज करती हूँ. एंड यू आस्किंग टू मी कि हैप्पीएस्ट मोमेंट तो एज पर स्पोर्ट पर्सन, एज पर माउंटेनियर आपकी लाइफ में काफी आते हैं, बट मेन इज when you are judging national players and also player from Indian's army, that make me feel very proud and feel very happy. So that is the best part of my life.
थैंक यू मैम, सही है, आपने हम आप भी हमारे लिए रोल मॉडल हो। एक कहते हैं ना, हम उठेगे जग हमारे संग साथी हो, हम बढ़े तो सब बढ़ेंगे अपने आप साथी हो। इसी लाइनों के साथ मैं आपसे दूसरा क्वेश्चन करना चाहूंगी। व्हाट मैसेज यू वुड यू लाइक टू गिव टू आवर यूथ?
For youth, I would say one line: once you are outside your comfort zone, that is adventure. एक बार अगर आप अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर आ जाते हैं, आपका एडवेंचर वहीं से स्टार्ट हो जाता है। लाइक छोटा बेबी है, वो अपने मम्मा का गोद से निकल के अगर अपने नीज पे स्क्रॉलिंग करना स्टार्ट करता है, तो दैट इज एडवेंचर फॉर हिम। सेम हमारे लिए कि हम लोग 2 व्हीलर से 4 व्हीलर चलाते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो एडवेंचर। सो एवरीवेयर इन योर डे टू डे लाइफ एडवेंचर आर देयर, सो ट्राई नॉट बी इन कंफर्ट जोन, you can do any adventure. And sport climbing for youth is a good exercise. जब आप जिम जाते हैं और अलग अलग बॉडी पार्ट्स के लिए आप अलग अलग एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, लाइक पुशअप्स, चिन अप्स, बेंच प्रेस, बट इन क्लाइंबिंग all comes together. Your entire body moves from finger to leg, and especially you have to use your brain. This all makes sports climbing unique and overall helps in developing good personality as human being. Overall, climbing will take away all your fears. You will learn to take risk in life. So that's it.
मैम, आपकी बातें सुन के हमारा भी ऐसे स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग के प्रति जो है इंटरेस्ट है वो बढ़ता जा रहा है।
That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
More question to you now.
Excuse me, madam, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
This is SS Ray. Madam, we have a training center in almost every state, and we have a national training center and national youth complex at Pachmari and at Haryana. How the sports can be recognized if we want to introduce these sports in our campus? How it can be recognized, madam?
If you want to take a step in the sport climbing, first you have to artificial rock wall place on their scout guide area. आपका वहाँ पे एक जो वॉल, जो आर्टिफिशियल रॉक वॉल है, काफी कंपनीज अभी इंडिया में, द मेन कंपनी इज एंटरप्राइजेज। आप उनसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, आप कहीं भी जो इंटरनेशनल जो वॉल बनाते हैं आप उनसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। दे विल बिल्ड आर्टिफिशियल रॉक वॉल एंड द वॉल विल बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय इंडियन माउंटेनिंग फाउंडेशन। एंड अगर आपका इंटरनेशनल वॉल बनता है तो आपका IMF जो रहता है हर एक वॉल पे कंपटीशन अलॉट करता है, ओपन नेशनल कंपटीशन। तो आर्मी में काफी इन इंडिया में काफी आर्मी जो एरिया है उनमें ये वॉल बना है। तो अगर आप अपना स्काउट में अगर ये वॉल बनवाते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली स्काउट के जो पर्सन हैं, स्काउट के जो आपके बच्चे लोग हैं उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे एंड कंपटीशन गो ऑन हो जाएगा।
रिकॉग्निशन कौन देगा, मतलब हु इज द पेरेंट बॉडी? ये स्पोर्ट्स
इंडियन माउंटेनिंग फाउंडेशन, आई सेड ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू ना, इन इंडियन माउंटेनिंग फाउंडेशन।
ओके,
Chetri sir is told that is in न्यू दिल्ली, धोला कुआं। अभी जो इंडिया में जो इसका बॉडी है, फेडरेशन बॉडी है, वो इंडियन माउंटेनिंग फाउंडेशन है, वही आपको परमिशन देता है वॉल बनाने का।
थैंक यू मैडम, थैंक यू।
Thank you,
Shobha.
thank you.
I have one more question to you, ma'am. As women, how did manage the household problems and work with your dreams?
Yeah, very tough questions. As women, we actually if you are woman, you have to do a multi task. ये कंपल्सरी हो जाता है कि आपको मल्टीटास्क करना ही है। जब कॉलेज डे में व्हेन आई स्टार्ट माय जर्नी इन स्कूल डेज, व्हेन आई वाज 11, देन आई वाज totally depend on my parents. But after that, whenever I grow up, when I start mountaining course, आपको कहीं पे अकेले आपको छोड़ देते हैं, that was very scary for me. लेकिन धीरे धीरे I used to, and after certain age you get married, then वो और भी ज्यादा आपका ये हो जाता है कि हाउ यू मैनेज विद इन लॉज. बट या, if you have a bold power inner power, you can do everything. And I say, na, I want to do adventure. I start my journey from mountain, real mountains. बट टर्न होते 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 मैं आ गई इधर स्पोर्ट क्लाइंबिंग में, तो कड़ी जुड़ता जाता है. और अगर आप में करने का एक्सरसाइज में है, तो भगवान भी आपको वो चीज करने को देता है. तो नाउ आई एम प्राउड मदर ऑफ ट्विंस, and I manage all of things with my kids, with my in-laws, with my parents. So all of the going very well in life.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful words. Great regards to you, ma'am, sparing
Thank
part
you.
of your precious time for this event.
Thank you.
तो दोस्तों, जाते जाते अब देखते हैं स्वाति मैम की स्पोर्ट्स जर्नी का एक और वीडियो.
With a winning time of under 7 seconds, speed climbing can claim to be the Olympic Games' fastest sport. Speed climbing is one of 5 sports that have been included in the program for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, along with basketball, softball, bowling, karate, surfing and skateboarding. But in the small final, it was a much closer affair, with Italian Leonardo Guantero winning in the time of 6.25 seconds, beating Russian Alexander Shikov by 300ths of a second. In the women's event, France Anok Dobert was triumphant in the final, beating Maria Krasvina of Russia.
Once again, thank you, ma'am. Now, I shall invite address Mr. M.A. Khalid sir, who is the additional Chief National Commissioner of Bharat Scout and Guide. We hearty welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I think this is a Sunday morning very productively spent with. I'm really impressed by our friend from Nepal, Mr. Pandey. He has given, Mr. Prakash Raj Pandey, he has given a wonderful exposition about how he has conquered the mountains, most importantly, Mount Everest. And I feel proud that he has also conquered the BP, one among the first. I'm being a little specific to BP because what Amar was saying, that we are all present during the soft launching. Before the soft launching, myself and Harman Hui, who was the World Committee Chairman, and Sri Ram met the then Prime Minister Koraila. You can see one of the picture. That's me. That's Sri Ram, the Prime Minister, Harman Hui. We entered into an MOU. Then subsequently, there was a soft launch. Then I had a discussion with Mr. Jain also, but because we had to represent India, and when we started just scanning, we thought the best would be from the Northeast region, the Nepal region, Amar Shetri. And he was lucky enough, he participated and we are all there together. I really appreciate Mr. Prakash Raj Pandey, who has been, we should all feel proud that he is a scout. And that's what we are today. he has very vividly explained how he has conquered the mountains and his ambition to conquer the other 7 summits. That's something very credible, and we should all appreciate, salute, a scout salute to him for his ambitions. And I was also particularly impressed by his fielding the questions very aptly. He never diversified himself, but the fielding of questions was very good. And what impressed me most was his giving scouting the credit and importance for his outdoor activities. Fortunately, I had also interest in motoring. I was at the base camp in somewhere in 69-17 from the Karnataka Motoring Association, and also happened to do the trekking in the Valley of Flowers through the Lal Bahadur Shastri. I mean, these are something which inspired and keep us going in our outdoor activities. I should also thank Cadet Anish Raj, who very good modulated the interview of Prakash Raj Pandey. And so also, I should appreciate our guide, Shobha Goyal, who has modulated with Mrs. Swati Acharya of IMF. I mean, this term sports climbing was new to me, and she says it's nothing but artificial walls. Let me tell you, these artificial walls have not been something very strange to us. We have been doing in scouting and guiding. Many of the jamborees, we construct this artificial walls, but not to the scale of 70 feet, but at least between 30 to 35 feet, half of what is done. And if I remember, and since Krishna Swami is also here, Amar is also there, in the last National Jamboree in Mysore, we had 4 such walls, and more than 8,000 scouts and guides participated. They enjoyed a lot. And there is one activity we feel very adventurous, and as Swati Acharya has said, that she has very nicely explained what is adventure. That's just being out of comfort zone. I think that's one of the wonderful explanations I've heard. And thanks to all of you. Thank you to Bharat Scouts and Guides. And I should say it has been my privilege today to be amongst you. And I should say my Sunday morning has been very well spent. Thank you. God bless you. Stay safe.
Thank you so much, sir, for such kind, your wonderful words. We have really fortunate to have your guidance and support with us, and you share your experience and knowledge. Thanks a lot, sir. So now, I take the honor of inviting Director, Bharat Scout and Guide, Mr. R.K. Kaushik, sir, for closing remark. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Shobha. Thank you very much, respected Khalid Saab, our Additional Chief National Commissioner, and Prakash Raj Pandey and Miss Sweta Acharya. First of all, thank you very much that Prakash Raj ji and Swati ji had attended today's our program, and they have given very important message to all of us. And for the information of Swati and Prakash Raj ji, we already have our one artificial wall in our National Youth Complex at Kadpuri, and number of children are participating in that sports climbing every year, and every month we are conducting 2 programs for 5 days to give a training to the youth in regard to the sports climbing concern. But ours is only a fun activity. And just as Mr. Amar Chetri told, now we are in touch with the IMF also, so that we will get the affiliation from IMF for our both the Adventure Institute. And as Mr. Ray has also informed, and Mr. Amar has also informed, We are also now going to have the MOU with the HMI Darjeeling to start the adventure courses duly affiliated by or recognized by HMI. We hope that what Mr. Amar Chetri has told, definitely in the coming year, the workplace youth will also have a plan to go for any one of the peak as stated by Mr. Amar. And I assure Khalid Saab, being our chief, that the national quarter will not leave any stone in between to achieve this target. And definitely after this pandemic, we will start working on it so that our youth will also have a privilege to participate in such type of peak climbings. So I thank Mr. Rai and his whole team for organizing regular this every Sunday Adventure Fest. And Shobha and Hans, both of you have done a good job. Thank you very much once again to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Concludes our beautiful, memorable, and knowledgeful event, the Adventure Fest.
Banner for next. Shobha, conclude.
So now, आपने देखा कि Thank you so much, sir. That concludes a remarkable, memorable, and knowledge event, the Adventure Feast. I thank all the dignitaries of their gracious presence of the participants, the technical team, especially Assistant Director, Mr. S.S. Roy, sir, because of whom this event was a success. So now, in the ending, माटी का पुतला हूँ आपसे जुदा नहीं हूँ कोई गलती हो तो माफ